Welcome back. Today we are diving into some different types of runs, whether you are looking to just mix things up or add some variety to your workouts, or looking for some different options to work up to as you progress in your running journey. So we are going to start with number one. Number one is a run walk method. This can also be called intervals or jeffing or some variation of the couch to 5K. All right. So let's kind of talk about this a little bit. Now, most runners need to start with some sort of run walk method. Very rarely can someone just wake up one day, decide that they want to be a runner and run, 1, 2, 3, 4 miles with absolutely no problem, right? Most of us need to start a little bit slower, and we need to work our way up into running these longer distances consecutively. One option of doing that is like a couch to 5K type, where those running intervals are going to start really small, and over the course of 8 to 12 weeks, they will work you up to running 30 minutes or a 5K consecutively. However, if you like doing a run walk method, or you find yourself struggling to increase the amount of time that you are running, there is no issue with running intervals. You are absolutely still a runner. In fact, there are entire marathon training plans all based around a run walk method. All right, so that's number one. Number two are easy runs. Now, the majority of your training should be at this easy pace. Now, running may never be easy, but this easy pace should be very conversational. It shouldn't be super intensive. You should be able to run a pretty good distance at this easy pace without, burning yourself out, without needing to, take walk breaks. Like, this is just a really easy paced run. Again, the majority of your training is going to be at this easy pace. This allows your body to still get in those miles while not putting so much stress on your system as some of these other runs that we're going to talk about are going to, okay? Number three are hill repeats. Now, this is one of my favorite types of runs, and this is where you take a hill, any hill, and the basics of it is you run up the hill and you walk back down, and you run up the hill and you walk back down. The reason I love hill repeats so much is that it's really a strength training workout and a run all in one. And this is really fantastic for training for a race that you know is going to have a lot of hills, or if you're trying to increase your speed. One great way is to learn how to run faster going up those hills, so when you're on a flat surface, your body knows what to do super efficiently, okay? Now, I'm in Miami, finding hills are a little difficult. There's not too many places, maybe some of the bridges that we have around here. So if you don't have hills available to you, one thing that you can do is you can do stairs, okay? So I like the football fields. You can run up the stadium and then walk back down, and then run up the stairs and then walk back down. It really does very similar things as doing just a regular hill workout, just utilizing those stairs. All right, so that's number three. Moving on to number four, let's talk about fartleks. Now, fartleks is just a fancy Swedish term for speed play. Now, fartleks are also intervals, but you're playing with your speed. This is a speed-based workout. So as you're doing these speed intervals, challenge yourself a little bit. And there's no rule on how long your interval needs to be. You could test yourself and see how fast you can run for 1 minute or 200 meters. Or you can challenge yourself to see how fast you can do your 1 mile. How fast can you run 1 mile and repeat that several times? That is all going to kind of fall into the speed play workouts. Fantastic if you are trying to increase your speed. Little hint is if you can teach your body to run fast for a short amount of time, your body will slowly over time learn how to run faster for a longer period. So those short and fast runs, playing with those speed intervals are really great workouts to incorporate, especially if you're trying to get faster. Number 5 are your long runs. These are your endurance runs. These runs should be at a pretty relatively slow pace, right? This is going to be that easy pace. This is going to be a pace that you can maintain for a longer distance, and you're really just focusing on building up your endurance to go farther. Your speed does not matter when you go to do these longer runs. In fact, you shouldn't be worried about your speed when you go to do these longer runs. Just focus on maintaining that conversational pace and seeing how far your body can go. One thing I will say about your long runs is make sure that you are following some sort of training plan, so that way you're not increasing your mileage too much too fast, and that you're really kind of pacing yourself and making sure that you're building up about 10% each week. All right? So, number 6 are your tempo runs. Now, these are going to be a little bit faster runs, and they're going to be a little bit more consistent. So rather than the speed play where you're changing up your speed, you're doing more intervals, your tempo run is going to be the fastest pace that you can maintain for a set distance. So typically these runs are about 3 to 5 miles, and this is going to be the fastest pace that you can maintain throughout that entire preset distance, okay? This is fantastic to work on that speed work, to really work on that cardio, getting those fast workouts. These are fantastic. So those are tempo runs. Number 7 are progression runs. Some people may also refer to these as negative splits. Really, it just means that we are ending our run faster than how we started. So this means as we start our run, we're going to start at a little bit more of a conservative pace, maybe that easy pace, maybe that conversational pace, and then throughout your run, slowly kind of picking up the pace a little bit. I kind of think of it as the turbo boost at the end. I kind of think about if I'm going to run a race, do I want to finish my race like hobbling and walking and like struggling to get to the finish line, or do I want to finish the line, or do I want to cross the finish line? You guys, I cannot talk. Do I want to cross the finish line running the fastest, throwing my hands up in the air, running that turbo boost, sprinting to the finish line, and feeling really good? So I do a lot of progression runs in my training. It is definitely one of my favorite runs to incorporate. It is also my strategy for a lot of my races, is to work in those negative splits. Now, positive splits is going to be the opposite. It's going to be starting fast in your run and then slowly slowing down throughout your run. There's not necessarily anything wrong with positive splits, but again, I kind of think about how you want to feel as you're running. Do you want to start off a little bit more conservative, let your body warm up, and then finish really strong? Or do you want to go out banging it out and then fizzling out towards the end of your run, right? Just out of those two options, I'm always going to go for that progression run. I'm always going to go for that negative split. All right? This is the last and final one, you guys. This is a recovery run. I love recovery runs. They're typically, again, at that easy pace, and they're usually relatively short. They're usually the day after a long run or a really hard run. this is a great way for you to still kind of get in those miles, still move your body, but really give your body time to recover in between those long endurance runs or those strength workouts and those speed workouts. Okay, this is a really great way to kind of keep your body moving, work out that lactic acid, move that metabolic waste, and still get in those miles while letting your body still recover and get ready for the next hard workout. So there are some 8 workouts that you can start to play with and incorporate into your routine. Again, that is a run-walk method, easy runs, hill repeats, fartleks, long runs, tempo runs, progression runs, and recovery runs. So that's it for me today, you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.